Should probably get up, close the door. Welcome back, my lovelies. Whisper219 here. And today for Fuck Around Fridays, I'm gonna try my hand at Sunless Skies again. Some of you may or may not know of a game called Sunless Seas, which is a brutal roguelite ship combat game that deals with eldritch horror and monsters beyond the pale and insanity and horror, and it's a fun game, but it is ball-bustingly difficult. Sunless Skies, however, not as much. Takes place in the high territories. Basically, a large chunk of the Earth was just sort of yeeted into space and has become this tangled overgrowth of treacherous stars and overgrown asteroids and old and possibly false gods, where the primary currency is not necessarily money, though money is used to grease some palms, as well as engine components, but hours. Flow of time. Literal hours. Used to warp time and space. Carillion Center. This peaceful Carmine institution was founded by devils from London and dedicated to the betterment of the soul. Bothridge's A Tour of Heaven describes it as a cross between a spa, a sanatorium, and a purgatory. She commends its bracing airs. Grey stone, the color of a monastery, attending devils and devilisses, dressed in uniform, an incoming parade of the sick, the friendless, the dying, and those who think their lives would be better if only they were something else. This is Carillion, where souls are refined into something more impressive. Go and speak to the presiding deviless. She's an artisan of souls. Perhaps she can do something with yours. Perhaps she'll just offer you advice. Led between the wickerworks. The presiding deviless works in an office shaped like a beehive, a stone and wickerwork building that stands all alone in the middle of Carillion's central courtyard. She conducts intake interviews with new patients one by one. After a long time in line, you reach her at last. Greetings, madam. How may we stretch, strain, purify, and strengthen you now that you've come to Carillion? Okay. Her apron is starched, her dress pinstriped. There's a stack of patient files on her desk, color-coded. The corners of her mouth say she knows something about something to your disadvantage. Nah. Come back if you have any other questions, says the deviless. She's already opened the next file on her desk. I don't have any of the things that I can actually do with this. Travel around Carillion. Your soul. Indulgence. Indulgence may be bought. The wealthy can afford a bit of regret. And purchase this from the presiding Deviless at Carillion. Peculiarities. One of the gods of the sky, the Waif, occupies abandoned places and associated with outcasts, the dying, and unkind winds. The storm that speaks. God of the sky. The storm that speaks rarely leaves its palace in the past. When it does visit the skies, the storm seeks out, or causes, grief, melancholy, and regret. Flickering. Clear. No one else on the passage to the terrace will admit that they know where they're going. What a curious figure, says an old man, pointing in his own reflection. Here's hoping there aren't any other clowns of that nature where we're going, eh? He jabs you in the rib with his elbow. Magic 8 Ball. Should I choose 3? I'm gonna ask you again, Magic 8 Ball. Should I choose 3? Okay. It says win. Choose that. Why have you never noticed before the brilliance of her eyes? You stumble over a woman in a bee costume and nearly miss the turning into the terrace. It's an absurd arrangement here. A person could wander the labyrinth all day long without reaching the destination. Stand in front of one of the statues and it will melt into your pose. It will look you in the eye. Its face will be your face, minus a few marks of your character. It will still be transparent. Maybe you found yourself lying as a matter of course. Maybe you've forgotten a few inconvenient aspects of yourself. Penance rushes in. One by one, you remember things you'd obscured from yourself, like a dreamer shaking off the lingering illusions. Your soul is nearly in good condition now. 500 experience, 4 salon-stewed gossip, 4 sky stories. That's good. Grim Penitent. Meet a Grim Penitent. The man is slim and there are circles under his eyes. He shows no energy at all. Through the glass. Lifts his eyes when you seat yourself. Takes time to get him to speak. He finds the effort of conversation very hard going. For the first few exchanges, he confines himself to the weather at Carillion. But finally, he tells you why he is here. Too many years I lived on the other side of a mirror, he says. So long that I forgot everything but that place and its ways. Where is and is not changed places. I took a companion, endured his not love. It took me a long time to recognize it for what it was. You're assisting a penitent who has had a little too much contact with the Finger Kings. Sure, I'll roll the dice. Ah! Lady produced a masterwork of a novel, but forgot to read the reviews. For the penitent's own good, she is being made to eat every past untruth written out on tiny parchments. As for your punishment, it does not bear speaking of. You cannot laugh afterwards. Now I have 5 terror. Great. Now it only gave me a 19% chance of success. There are a few others leaving Carillion at the same time. A lady walks beside you, looking rather depressed. Visit the checkerboard garden. Not a long journey, but by the time you've come out onto the plane of the checkerboard, your calves are hurting. The devils are playing tricolored chess with some of the penitents. White pieces, red pieces, pieces the color of a flourishing wind. Around the edges of the board sit the patients who have already been captured, or who were never part of the game to begin with. Those who name drop, who aim too high, who spend too much time in low company, who do not know their place, they wind up here. Ah! 5 terror. Great. A man in kingly robes ran for mayor of a city without being a resident. As a corrective, he has a locked tongue to prevent so much as speaking the name of a superior. As for your punishment... Alright. Journal... Find a devil in the Gaslight Terrace. A flow of ordinary folk. Your companions are a lady in a buttoned cloak and a young male student. They talk among themselves about the seasonal warmth, and about how the yellowish glow of the lamps does not show blue silk to the best effect. Their words are commonplace, their hands folded and gloved, their opinions supplied by a respectable gazette. I've almost forgotten them even while you are still walking together. The path descends by shallow steps to a broad terrace, as crowded as an imperial exhibition. Approach the spineless curate. He sits in stocks, attended on by a devilish orderly. I've seen something. In this light, it's hard not to see things. The devilish orderly jabs the curate with a needle. At the sight of the jab, the curate's skin goes lavender. I'm being treated for not believing in God. I've tried everything. Prayer, fasting, long weekends with a professional saint. None of it worked. My sermons were suffering. My bishop complained. And has it helped? I have dreams of snakes and angels, he says. It hasn't made me a mystic. I don't think the devils are real either. Just men with funny eyes, aren't they? The devilish orderly smiles with extra teeth. Okay. Let me give this a shot. 48% chance, and only 10% terror. I can... Hey! A clerk points out landmarks of no interest to fellow passengers of any public conveyance. Until the penitent recovers from this inclination, he's being forced to read a scandalous scandalous classic of first city literature. God, that! Do you feel any more interesting now? Asks the supervising devil. As for your punishment, does not bear speaking of. You cannot laugh afterwards. You can have penance of enlightenment. Okay. No heads turn. You brush past a matron in gray boots, trained conductor in his uniform, and a young boy who has already adopted an expression of fixed ennui. None of them notices you passing by. None shows any interest in you breaking this convention. Shift perspective. I only have a 32% chance. Fuck it. Ah! One more try. There we go. Woman still dressed in queenly robes, pretended to be a little-known cousin of the Empress. As a corrective, she has been stripped of garments and possessions and given an entirely new name. The supervising devil is distracted by the play of the chessboard. Right. So... means I can go to the Gaslight Terrace and approach the spineless curate and pay the curate's price. That's better, he says, rolling his sleeve to cover the place where the needle went in. I have a warning for you. Meet me in the Bell Garden. It's harder for them to overhear us there. Don't follow me right away. Wouldn't do for them to see us together. Then he strolls off. Is that all? Is that what he calls gratitude? You've been duped completely? Remains to be seen whether he will be in the Bell Garden after all. Alright. Descends into a tunnel. Carved within the mouth of the tunnel are symbols of death: a skull, a flail, a fly on its back. The air is cold, the sand crunches underfoot. Come all this way because of the darkness, not in spite of it. Feck. Tantalizingly opaque and rich with personality. One savage secret. 4 tales of terror. That's where he shouldn't. Calculated the odds of dying in a knife fight and decided he didn't mind a 10% risk if the pot was large enough. A good soul, but it would be better one if it could be coaxed post-mortem to a little more sense of mortality. That would make it more poignant. At least so you gather. The ape does not use words like poignant, but you take its meaning. feel like I probably shouldn't have cleared that, but... Bell Garden. Been turned away for impurity. Okay. So... So am I only able to get into the Bell Garden by... Okay. Wash your face in the fountain of fresh water and your feet in a basin of salt water. Walk across a patch of white sand, throwing a pebble over your left shoulder to baffle any ill-omened thing that might be following you. Then sleep in a hammock on a private balcony where only other patients may enter. Wake up, eat a plain white bread with salt crust. After all this, you will be ready. Now you can't see it, but I'm blinking, like, out of confusion here. Just... Visit the Bell Garden. The highest and coldest point in Carillion. The bells ring louder as you climb. The music is mathematical and exact. Each note sounds for exactly the same length of time, the same duration that is required to ascend one step. No one passes anyone else on these stairs. Conversation with a spineless curate. He's willing to talk to you here under the cover of the constant bell ringing. No one else will hear. This is the best garden, he says. Everything orderly, no one dressed up in pheasant outfits or waltzing backwards. But here's what I wanted to tell you. Watch out for the tall devil with the rose-colored gloves. He is embezzling the property. The curate makes a curious gesture with one hand, as though he were winding noodles around a fork. When you look blank, he says, Spirifage. He's taking souls from the patients in secret before the presiding devilress has a chance at them. I'm afraid he's going to get at me before I finish my term here. Alright. She's been within the sound of the bells for 40 days. The clangor is starting to disrupt her mind. She begs you will help her. Not of your kindness, pay part of her penance for her. She would do the same for you. She's a very kind and forgiving soul. To convince you of this point, she scribbles down assurances, compliments, and a sketch of herself ministering to a leprous child. Penance of deprivation and ordeal. Alright. Ah! There we go. "12 changes of 12 bells before you reach the bottom again. No one else is on this staircase. Penitents look up curiously when you arrive back in the center of Carillion." Okay. Ordeal. Ah! One more try. Nyeh. Okay, well, if I want to help, I need to increase my iron. Shops. Oh, I don't have any sovereigns. Okay. Huh. I try and make it back to here, New Winchester. Haha! You approach the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasantly it rattles. Newly minted coins fall with a heavy thud from the upended sack. Bright imperial sovereigns. Nice. Sorry. Driven mad by the winds and the stars and the things that haunt the sky. Sky story or tale of terror? Ah! Great. Now I'm terrified. I don't think I've ever actually fought one of those before. Palpitating mycological mass of fractured chitinous legs, frilled gills, and ruptured polyps. A growth of livid fungus has engulfed a small herd of Cantankerry. Now it's dying. The herd grumbles with one irritable, faulting voice. Dig under the fungus for precious stones. Now more terrified, but I have some more sovereigns. Alright. My path again? Okay. I see. Forgot Q and E were dodge. Grim foreboding. What will become of you? Clamor of... Ooh. 2, 3. Okay. Hey! Success! On the third night, you were aroused by the cries of a watchman. They have indeed witnessed another star die, or so you deduce from their panicked ravings. The distress does not ease as the night passes, and you are forced to confine them to quarters. Your crew begin to engage in some gloomy mathematics. How often are stars dying? How many stars are there in the sky? How long until it's all dark? Made a mistake. To aid in the difficulty of this game, you can't set courses. And I'm going the wrong way again. Music is awesome, though. Ghosts of passing trains. Sovereigns. Elsewhere. A filmmaker back to New Winchester from Hybris. Alright. Thing out here is jolly dangerous, says Baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victoria Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Further opportunities on the way. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Elsewhere. Shops. Snooze. New Trader's Wood. Political situation. Still neutral ground. Alright. It's up to 3 sacks of verdant seeds, and we'll pay 80 sovereigns for each. Magdalene's. Five consignments of literature. Hiring filmmaker. Hybris. Money to be made transporting goods. Purchase 3 sacks of verdant seeds from the Bazaar or Avon. Alright. So now I need fuel. So Bazaar. Engineering. Yes. Caddy of dry tea. Sell. It's really loud in my ears. I'm not sure how that's coming through on the stream, but these these are really good headphones. Go to Avon. Take it to Magdalene's. Okay. So that means I'm gonna need to bank. Because I need money so that I can buy things from Port Avon. I need to turn that down. Sensitive ears. Nope. Lag. Ava. Behold, a ruin of giants, gargantuan blocks jigsawed together, furred with moss and whispering with orchards. A bucolic village nestles amongst them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. Port report. Sack of verdant seeds. Sharma and Sons. One more supply. Dose of medicinal port in the infirmary after seeing a frozen corpse spin past a window. Experience has shaken him. Didn't take long for Skyfarers to shed their ridiculous old nautical superstitions and replace them with ridiculous new ones. Still, better to keep the crew happy. Sure. I need to reduce that terror, because I have a lot of it. You have two layers of how your crew can be affected. As well as you. There's terror, which if you let reach 100%, you gain a nightmare. At 4 nightmares, you die. Oh, it doesn't help that I'm passing something grave. Magdalene's. Make it across Sheridan's Expanse. Which, as long as there aren't too many marauders or... Searchlight. Greater tackities and stovepipes alike. Damn it. Still have sacrificed seeds. Yeah, so... Oh, damn it. So what makes this game, in my opinion, a little bit easier is that they doubled the percentage chances for things to happen. And made combat a little bit more forgiving. Because, in Sunless Seas, take all those probabilities that I read off, and reduce them by half. Sometimes reduce them to a quarter. Basically, it was impossible for you to do really anything. Right? What's this that they've found? An aromatic casket. Something has been preserved. Caddy of dried tea. Oh, very British. Oops, shit. Come on. Kaboom! Ow. What you got? What you got? What you got? Aww. Just gossip. Yeah, so if I can make it to Magdalen's without reaching 100% terror, that'd be great. Damn it. Bit difficult to sail against the wind, but I'm... treatment for ennui. This way, please. Attendant holds a candle up before 4 doors of mirrored glass. 4 of our staff are available today. Each has their own specialty. Their names are not yours to know, only their craft. You know yourself best. Who can tend your wounded heart? Whoever you need, you can find behind one of these doors. The room is dark and shrouded, only a few brief candles outline their silhouette before the bed. Their hand meets yours in the darkness as they guide you to the window. May I tell you of all that I have done since we parted? Their quick breath fogs the glass as they roll out a fabricated but plausible litany of the years that have divided you. Your terror has fallen. Boop, boop, boop. Sell. And then I can use that to complete the other task I have. Do I not have... reports? Brilliant. Or Devon. Literature from Polmar and Plenty. Perhaps not. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Keepsake market. While away the time with other captains. Oh yeah, that took a gigantic chunk out of it. Onwards. Report. Didn't mean to stare, it's just we've been waiting for a delivery from London. Really important supplies. Don't suppose you might be heading anywhere near the relay to Albion, would you? If you could check if anything's happened to it, we'd really appreciate it. Port Prosper. Alright. Taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way, you'd be playing the role of someone significant to him. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. deal with the lachrymose guest. I'm gonna disguise myself as his mother. Gets to work. When it's over, you doubt he will be returning ever again. Better or worse, he will not be returning to Magdalen's. Of course, my staff would be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion, but seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It's a trap any of us could fall into. Here, take this. Fishes around beneath his couch for one of its goblets. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks, and do visit us again. Alright. Omar and Plenty. It's down here, so... Hello. Oh. Killed me. Right. I have to contend with the peacock wind. It's going to burn more fuel, but... Okay, well that's disturbing. Burns a lot of fuel and adds quite a bit of terror. Especially when the food starts to sing as a result of the wind. But I managed to get through it, and now I can... There's a fight. Into Unsovereigns. Ah, I don't have my mining module on me, right. That right there, that's a chunk of unseasoned hours. 'Cause, 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 There we go. Paired. Sovereigns. Only 26, but that's fine. Okay, some more supply. It's very, very good. Ow! Damn it, dodged the wrong way. Boom. Onwards. The hold. One salon stewed gossip. Oh, that's a grave. I need to get to Palmar and Plenty. Nelson's Point. Alright, Palmar. Got your delivery of penny dreadfuls. Czar. There we go. Carefully packed crate of munitions. Bronzewood. Hollowed from the vast trees of the Reach, bronzewood is prized for its durability and its gleaming resin. Right, I can't buy fuel here. Shit. If needed, I can improvise fuel out of, supplies. Right. Hybris is so difficult to get to because of this. This is what's difficult. Upside. I can probably very easily make it back to New Winchester. Options, controls, engage scout. Okay. Your bat is pleased to announce it has found absolutely nothing. Wouldn't expect anything less. The scout bat is... You have to motivate it with supplies every single time that you want to scout around for something. Has nothing to report. Occasionally it will find supplies or landmarks, things in the undiscovered abyss. Alright. That's Victory Hall. And the Company House. And then my next collection of port reports I will deliver to Tacites. The stovepipes and the Tacites are basically, who do you support? Who do you support? The sort of downtrodden colonists that make up the backbone of pretty much everything that goes on? Or do you support the, the ruling elite? Wolseley Station. And 3 crew. Promise of Days. Bargains and Prospects. Opportunities okay. Best be getting on. Shops. Bazaar. Port Prosper. Hours for the Circus Ringmaster. Alright. So port prospers all the way over there. While the hours for Palmyra and Plenty are down here. So about here and here-ish. Lustrum. Brilliant. +8 hold. Yes. Following spread of ammunitions best deployed at close range. Yards. Grim open. Pressing the wrong buttons. Bank. Bizarre. Abrams engineering. Victoria market. So. Bank. Barrel of unseasoned hours. Gonna deliver the munitions to Port Prosper, then... X is the honk button. So, I have to go around Hodge's Crucible, through Havenwood, past the memorial to the unknown rat, straight through Lipkin's Field, all the way to Port Prosper. Ah, C is cruise control. Yep. This game has a very sort of Alice in Wonderland sort of quality to it, of that it's... cold and watchful. It's that things both behave like you expect them to and not at the same time. Nothing to report. Thanks. Dedicated to those brave Ratus Farber who gave their lives in the early exodus to heaven. Also, passing by that monument sometimes, actually, any place of wonder, will lower your terror. So... Field. Okay. Damn it. Lost a crew. 2. Ugh. Fuck. Tale of Terror, 15 Terror, 27 Sovereigns. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Got him. I don't need a hull. I might need cargo. Oh, sovereigns. Some truly stunning vistas that just scroll by in the background. An argument breaks out between two crewmen. One owes the other money but cannot repay it. Unfortunately, the debt was sworn on the name of the burrower below, roving god of the deep skies and a keeper of compacts. The burrower has a low opinion of oathbreakers. Your crew mutter darkly. They fear this will bring them bad luck. One of your crew, tattooed with dragons, acts as an occasional mediator with the burrower. She conducts a simple midnight ceremony in which you recite the promise that was made and immediately pay the amount owed. The purse is lighter, but the debtor, the deadie, and the mediator seem happy. Outside, the sky fogs up as thick as soup. Lost One Sky Story. The burrower below is watching you. Bizarre. Sell. Queen's Cross Station. Write a port report. Curiosity and viewed from all sides with suspicion. Still, you find yourself in conversation with an elderly colonel who is retired to Port Prosper. A bulwark of sanity, he calls it. A line in the sand against all the stuff out there. He introduces you to one of the riders in the procession. Takes you on a tour of the carnival. You converse with chestnut sellers and flower arrangers, drink in the outdoor pubs, and dance with several of the vaudeville players. At the end of the day, you've learnt many names and faces, and even attended a few calling cards. Acquired a few calling cards. Nice. Candles illuminate the great staircase that sweeps up to the residence of the Windward Company, which has chosen to host this season's ball. West End its prominent promenade in their finest. Hoop skirts and starched collars predominant. White ties, you dirty. Oh my god. Several are amazed you're not a native of Port Prosper. Wealth is not just a number or material possessions. It is a state of mind. To believe yourself wealthy, and to use all facets of yourself, will make you seem more wealthy to others, and more experienced, more worldly than you may possibly be. For instance, I wear a nice coat. It's a nice, heavy black duster. And you know what? I've gotten a few jobs because of it. People look at me and they go, yeah, she's got it. I think I'm gonna call the stream here. There's some sort of pressure system rolling in. It's making my head blow up like a balloon, and I didn't really sleep well last night. But I hope you've enjoyed this small foray through Sunless Skies. I really do like this game, and I just every now and then I dive back into it. I mean, there's only so much cosmic horror that any one person can take, and there's only so much trying to decipher what the fuck is being written or said, because it's all written in weird, like, Otherlandian slang. But yeah, I hope you have all enjoyed this, and thank you all for watching. Stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands, wear the mask, and overall, just be good people. See you again on Monday, and should have all of my sound problems fixed by then. Until Monday, my lovelies. Have a great day.